Hi, I'm Edward Pan. A lot of families assume staying at home is obviously the cheaper option, especially when the house is paid off and feels free. But once more help is needed, that math can change faster than people expect. The mistake many families make is comparing assisted living rent to a house that feels free. But that is usually the wrong comparison. The real comparison is the full monthly cost of staying at home versus the full monthly cost of living in an assisted living community. Let's take a simple example. Let's say a senior is living at home and needs help for about 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. If home care costs about $35 an hour, that is about $700 a week, or roughly $3,000 a month just for care. But that is only part of the picture. You still have the ongoing cost of the home, like taxes, insurance, utilities, food, and upkeep. If those other costs add another $2,000 to $3,000 a month, now the real monthly cost may already be around $5,000 to $6,000. Now let's say that same person needs 8 hours of help a day, 5 days a week. At $35 an hour, that is roughly $6,000 a month just for care. Add the rest of the household costs, and now the total may be closer to $8,000 to $9,000 a month. Now compare that to assisted living. A typical assisted living community may cost around $4,000 to $5,000 a month on average, depending on the city, the community, the room type, and how much help the person needs. In assisted living, families are usually paying for housing, meals, activities, staff support, and help with daily routines, all in a more structured setting. But there is one very important misunderstanding I want to clear up. A lot of people think assisted living means one person is there taking care of their parent 24 hours a day. That is not how it usually works. What assisted living usually provides is staff in the building all day and all night. But that is not the same as having one dedicated caregiver taking care of one resident the whole time. The staff in a community are helping many residents based on who needs help, when they need help, and what kind of help they need. So if a family expects true one-on-one care around the clock for one specific resident, assisted living is usually not the right fit. But if the question is whether a senior needs a safer setting, regular support, meals, social interaction, and staff nearby, then assisted living may be a more practical option than people first assume. And there is one more cost families often miss. It is also the pressure on the spouse, the adult child, or the family member quietly trying to hold everything together. So when people ask whether staying at home is cheaper than assisted living, I would say this: once more help is needed on a regular basis, the math can flip faster than people expect. That is why families should not compare assisted living rent to a house that feels free. They should compare the full cost, the full support, and the overall quality of life. That is the math that really matters. If you found this helpful, subscribe. On this channel, I share practical insights on senior housing and the real decisions families face. Thanks for